Now, we asked the question, or at least the movie asked the question, what if the Philippines was never colonized? That's a big question action drama movie The Kingdom explores. As it transports the audience to an imagined world, it's no easy feat building an alternate universe, an alternate kingdom, basically world building. Now, The Kingdom's Nestor Abrogena, who won the Best Production Design at the MMFF, joins us live this morning to tell us all about it. It's a beautiful day, Nestor. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hello, good morning, guys. Thank you for having me.
Nestor, first of all, congratulations. What an achievement. And of course, the scale of creating an entire culture must have been incredible for you. And of course, a bit of a playground as well. Can you tell us a bit about the process when you found out this is the challenge that was going to be posed to you?
So, I was called in by the producer. I was actually outside the country, and he said that Direct Mike is actually looking for me and wanted to set a meeting with me. So when I got home, I went to the office, and I thought it's a project that I knew already prior to the pandemic. We were supposed to do. Then Direct Mike said, "Hey, how about doing a film on colonized Philippines?" And I just said yes right there and then.
Did you realize what you said yes to?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like, oh my God. I mean, it's been a dream to actually do something like that, a what if, and building everything from scratch.
Right.
So that will be a good challenge, but at the same time, it's actually a playground for a designer like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So. Yeah.
You mentioned that Direct Mike wanted you in particular. Did he give you full reins of the production design, or was he very particular in what he wanted?
He's very particular. Of course, we still have the script, and we work on the world building. And I came in late to the production, so I only have technically a month to build the base of everything. So practically, Direct Mike just let me do my thing, and then did the whole, before the story conference, presented something in there. And as we go along the way of the production, we elaborated with the world building, and we ended up with 600 slides of designs and information. It's crazy. It was crazy.
You know, we were able to interview Direct Mike, was that last week or 2 weeks ago?
Last year.
Last year. Last year, yes, last year.
Last
And he mentioned that there was a lot of research involved in the making of the kingdom. Can you walk us through like the creative process from the planning of the Kingdom of Kalayaan to actually creating it for, or shooting it already?
They started with consulting the historians from UP and anthropologists. So, unfortunately for me, I wasn't able to meet them. But I did my own research with a lot of cultural workers. And basically, it's an alternate world wherein we started from that time before we were colonized by the Spanish. And we branched out from there with the Lacandula and his family.
Right.
And of course, we got the script, and as we go along the way, it was a banter between me and Direct Mike. I mean, the flag alone is 57 designs.
Really?
And we just had to decide. I mean, it's very, very meticulous. Direct Mike is very meticulous, and I love him for that because, wow, he cared about the design.
Details matter, and of course, you worked alongside Abby Polino for the costume design as well. And we actually have a few of the props here. Mo, I'm gonna ask you to hold up the crown because you love it so much.
This was my favorite.
So we
I kept looking at this.
We see a lot of inspiration here from Thailand, around the region. I mean, when you're trying to come up with a culture that didn't exist, but then has influence from around the region, how did you go about it? And of course, what influences did you feel is part of your production design the most?
So, you know what? It's actually a bit easy because we have a model already. Thailand was never colonized. I mean, we also have our neighbors, Indonesia and Malaysia. And Brunei, definitely. So, I've been looking at these countries and seeing patterns, seeing all of this inspired by for example, Buddhism, inspired from Islam, and we have the Chinese, of course. So it was, the design for the kingdom was a mix of all of this just because we have a maritime trade with China.
Yeah.
We had relationships with Brunei, and we had relationships with Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. So, thus, one of the crowns, this is the royal crown succession of Sue Ramirez, Dayang Luwalhati, and it's made of batik cloth.
Yeah.
And this is pukpuk. It's
Chiseled
a
gold.
metal brass,
Brass,
Okay.
then adorned by all these crystals.
Yeah,
So
you-
this came from my archive actually. So
If she steals it, by the way, you know that you can come back. You can come back for it.
I can
It goes
just
well with my outfit now, so
I can
you
just simply
know
call the
what?
guards of Kalayaan. And, you know,
Why not?
just, just
I want to
kidding.
be part of Kalayaan.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
No, it's funny because, by the way, we just want to congratulate you on your effort because there's such attention to detail. Like,
Yeah,
for example,
see, grab it.
yeah, like you can actually zoom in on this and the detail here with all of the design and
Is that
of
a
course
bird?
some of the words.
Yeah, it is. It is a crow. So
Yeah.
it's our national symbol in Kalayaan.
Yeah, it's incredible, and of course, just to be spoiler free, I guess there's also this
Yes.
involved here. I think people who would watch the movie would know what this is, and of course, yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know if we can spoil it, but anyway,
Don't say anything na lang, just leave it at a
this
mask.
I'm just
Are we
saying
not
the
allowed
attention
to
to
explain
detail.
what this is?
Yeah, I think we're already allowed
can.
to.
Wait,
because
no
it's
spoiler.
been,
Okay,
it's been
sige.
online.
So
I
the-
mean.
Everybody watched MMFF.
So that is-
except for Anne. Remember, she said she was gonna watch
I'm so
it.
sorry
but
for
she
spoiling.
never watched it.
It's okay.
So that is the death mask, and it was molded also using Vic Soto's face talaga.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
my
We have a model already of bossing.
Yeah.
And we had casted. That was a good discussion between me and Direct Mike. It was actually Direct Mike's idea because we know we had to have a royal burial, and the usual tradition is gold.
Yeah.
Because the
Right.
whole kingdom is gold. And
Yeah.
Direct Mike said, that's not the usual route that we want to go to. We wanted something different, something that's not existing in this world. And how about a glass render of a face to
okay.
represent the water and everything else? So we made a glass version of it, but it's made of resin. It's really light. It's a copy. Yeah, it's my
wanna
personal
hold it up,
copy of the mask of.
It's
Vic Soto.
amazing.
Well, you
Yeah.
mentioned that it was a bit easy, I guess, looking for inspiration.
Yeah.
But what was the biggest challenge for you that you realized? Oh wait, parang hirap nito. Ang hirap i-imagine nito.
Oh, the challenge was time. I mean,
Yeah, you only have a month,
Yeah.
The
I
production
only have
itself.
I only have a month to come up with the base for the world build, and at the same time, we only have 4 months for production.
Yeah.
And we were just last year. You guys know that late last year we were stormed by 4 typhoons.
Yeah.
And,
Yes,
it was
yes.
pretty difficult during those times. So I think that's what's the most challenging about doing Kingdom as it is.
Now, what about the most rewarding part of doing Kingdom for you personally?
Oh, definitely I got my first MMFF.
Congratulations again.
Congratulations.
Well deserved.
And of course, it's crazy because when I went to the cinemas, I wasn't able to go to the premiere night, so I had to do it on my own. And wow, it's actually larger than life. I didn't imagine that I'd created all of this, and
Yeah.
it was really fascinating to be in there. And it's a little bit emotional because you're technically the architect of the whole world.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
surreal, right? Watching your
Surreal,
own
watching
work.
your own work, and that alone, I've been really, really thankful.
Yeah.
You know, creating this movie, the production for this movie, and with all the research involved, did you learn anything about the Philippines while working on this project?
A lot. Ever since I've been a fan of the Filipino culture. I'm a fan of the weaves. And I've been meeting all these craftsmen all my life, and with all the travels, and it's so rewarding to be paying homage to all these craftsmen and
Right.
tribes and everything else. And, I think mas andun ako, parang in terms of na parang, wow, this is my dream project to do something that's cultural, but at the same time, fantastic also.
Yes,
It's a
yes.
different world.
Right.
Exactly.
And you basically created this whole world, right? Like from scratch. So just personally speaking, do you think the Philippines would be a better place if we weren't colonized? Like what? I don't know. I really don't know, right? I don't think people know what the best answer would be.
I think for the people who actually saw the movie, it's basically the same trajectory regardless of who rules the country or not.
Yeah.
Right, right.
It's a matter of, there's this concept that I always believe. They always tell the people it's about regionalism. We have our own identities.
Yeah.
But for me, it's the islandness. There's something spiritual about being involved or coming from an island, like, for example, the North or the Visayas or the Mindanao. And we protect that lineage. It's
Yeah.
very sacred to us as Filipinos. And probably that's where everything lies. I mean, we're just so overprotective of our family, over our lands, and it's the same trajectory for the Filipinos, even in the alternate world.
That's
So it's just the best
interesting,
cause.
Only then, syempre, that's the alternate world. But then, back on this current world, though, did you look at the other movies? Have you seen the other movies and thought that, wow, this is a rival for the Production Design Award that you did end up winning?
Oh yeah, you mean the MMFF films?
Yes.
The
Yes.
others?
The
I
lineup this
definitely, I'm friends with a lot of the production designers of the
yeah,
other
yeah, yeah.
entries, and I love the. This is very competitive here. I love the films. Isang Himala is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, medyo mas kinabahan ako sa Isang Himala for that one, but we've been joking around this with Erickson Navarro, the production designer. Of course, Green Bones is amazing on tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
I mean, like, it's interesting because I was on to a bunch of the directors in the past, and the consensus is that it's now, yung masa na nanonood ng movies ngayon, they have bigger purchasing power, they're actually in the higher classes right now,
Yeah.
and of course, yung demands ng production
Yeah.
are higher.
Yeah.
Do you feel that there was a bit more pressure on production design this time around, considering that the quality and the demands of the quality of the films have raised exponentially in the past few years?
Oh, definitely. Especially for the kingdom where you're given this, of course, resources.
Yeah.
You cannot just simply fail, and you just have to do your best. And with the kind of story that you have, it's just a matter of time that I hope the Filipinos get to appreciate design and our culture. Parang ganun. So you just have to be at the top of your game every single time.
Is this the best work, in your opinion, for yourself? Because we now know you as the guy who won your first
Yeah.
MMFF. But then, do you feel that this was the best you've ever put out?
I think it is. I mean, right after that, it's like, I don't know how it feels giving birth, but I think that's how it feels. You know what I mean? Like,
So this by
Great
far was your
analogy.
most challenging
it's
production
most
work.
challenging, it's the hardest.
But the most rewarding one.
It's the most rewarding. It actually drained me out, but you know what? It's really rewarding. I have a very, very supportive. I mean, I'm not just saying it just because of, but Direct Mike is very supportive. Our producers are very supportive. Whenever I say, "Hey, I kind of go beyond this.
Yeah.
Is it possible to augment?" And they'll just say yes, and just because we need to reason out properly as designers that we need this and we need that. But at the end of the day, it's a support system that we have. I mean, because I think right after filming it, we had I think we call it sepangs.
Yeah.
We've been working for 4 months.
Yeah,
And every day I was calling Direct Mike and, "Hey, how are you?" And
Yeah.
something like that. It's a really memorable experience for me.
You know, you said that this was like a dream project for you. Is there anything else on your bucket list that you want to work on in the future, like a different genre this time?
Oh, definitely sci-fi is something that I wanted to do. But syempre, I think it has to come from a place where Filipinos get to appreciate
Sci-fi.
or like
Yes,
sci-fi. Just
yes,
because it isn't really our genre.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? So,
You know, a lot of people looked at The Kingdom and said that, oh, alam mo, magandang series to ah.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. And a lot of my friends that watch The Kingdom, they want more.
If ever, would you be willing to expand that world even further, at least be a part of that?
I think I was asked by the producers right after filming, and it's just a hypothetical question on one of those dinners, and I said, "Anytime, just let me know." I mean, no other architect should be doing this. I'm the architect of this one, so
Oh, that sounds so
I'd be
exciting.
glad to be doing the
Yes.
series. I'll be glad to be doing another sequel if it calls for it.
Oh, I wish you can. Well, you heard it here first. spoilers. There might be a possible Kingdom 2 or sequel.
Kingdom 2, yeah.
Or
Or maybe
series,
like a
why
TV
not?
That would be
series.
amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, yeah, you never know.
You
I mean,
know.
like, is there a part of you made so many slides? I'm sure you had a lot of designs
600, right?
that did not make the film. Is there any particular design that you wish could have made it, or something that you're playing with that you feel that more people should appreciate?
I guess it would be the throne room. The original design of the throne room, it used to be larger than what we did in the film. Just so happened during that time, studios are not already available.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
because all of the MMFF are occupying all the other studios, and we don't have that larger studio to mount it. So we have to scale it down a bit, and we have to lessen some of the elements of it. But definitely the original design for the throne room, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Grabe.
The
So-
intricacy, it's so
I know.
crazy. Like the
attention
wallpaper,
to detail.
everything. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, this is the Bailan. This is our church in the altar, in one of the gazebos in the palace. Yeah.
What did you guys shoot, if you guys don't mind me asking? Did you guys shoot in different parts of the Philippines or just here in Manila?
Mostly in Manila and Rizal. Definitely the palace interiors were shot in. We're lucky to be given the opportunity to shoot again in Coconut Palace.
Yeah.
And
Nestor, we're
Yeah.
running out of time, but then
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people will want to know what you're going to do next. Are there any other projects you can tell us that you're going to be part of moving forward?
yeah, I was recently contacted for 2025 for another MMFF. So I'd give it another shot. I'd be doing another Cinemalaya film this coming summer. So those are the two major things that I'll be doing. But the rest of the year, I'll just be a teacher at one of the schools in Manila.
Well, Nestor, good luck with that. Hopefully you can defend your title in the MMFF and
I'll
maybe come up
try,
with
I'll
something
try.
Cinemalaya too. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank
All right,
you,
that was
Nestor.
Nestor Abrogena, the production designer for The Kingdom.